Okay, are we recording? Hope not, because I am not ready. Let's ruin some takes, shall we? Let's do it. It's confession time. Breathe in and breathe out.
Honestly, I bet those LinkedIn bros are shaking right now. They're like, oh my God, this doesn't belong. Well, you know what? This is what the people want, so shut up.
Hello. Welcome back to
Permission to Rant. Let's do a little energy check before we start.
Before we dive in, as always, we gotta cleanse this energy because we're coming from work. So take a breath with us.
Exactly.
Breathe in
And breathe out.
now.
You are more than your content calendar.
You don't have to love your job, but you have to love parts of it.
Don't love your job. Job your love. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we have a very fun and interesting topic to discuss because we love to rant, as we know.
But we also love our jobs, as we know.
Yeah. And we have a lot of beef with marketing, as we mentioned in a previous episode, 10 things we hate about marketing. And we wanted to remedy that negativity that we put into the world with some positivity.
Exactly. I mean, just like we have 10 things we hate about marketing, we also have more than 10 things we love about marketing. So we were like, it's time to bring that out there.
Yeah.
You know?
We got to balance the scales a bit because, to be honest, like it can be a bit doom and gloom with everybody on LinkedIn and other channels like saying, the playbook is dead, video is dead, everything is dead. The funnel is over, blah, blah, blah. Like, which, whatever. It's a bit of an alarming situation. So we thought it's nice to like take a moment and talk through some of our favorite things about working in marketing. And specifically, I think about content marketing.
Yes. Keep that in mind.
So without further ado.
A good positive rant.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Today, positive ranting.
Slay.
So we have our 10 things we love about marketing, starting off with
creativity. I mean, this is like an obvious one, but also like we couldn't not put it. You know?
And that's why we also said content marketing, because not every marketer gets or is creative or gets to be creative in their work. So we're talking about us. Like for us, we create stuff. We are content marketers. There's other parts of the job, but a lot of it is creating.
Yeah. Even on the boring weeks, we're always having at least something creative in our day-to-day.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like this is also something that should be said because maybe not everybody gets to be creative in the sense of the word creative in their job.
Yeah.
But like as a marketer and as a worker in general, I feel like you always have to be creative in your way of thinking as well. So even that, like even if you're doing like performance marketing or growth marketing, something a little bit more technical, you still have the space to be creative in the strategies you use and like testing things out and trying new things. Yeah.
Like for example, like, I mean, for us, it's like things like a blog where we can put a fun spin on it.
Yeah.
Or like this podcast. Like we wanted to do a podcast where we're targeting and talking to B2B marketing professionals, and we can do that in a boring way, or we can be creative
and be fun. Like fun. We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something we both absolutely love. It was the first thing we both thought of. And we're really lucky that with the state of things, we can still preserve our creativity.
Yeah.
And with AI, we can make sure that we have space for the creative energy and the creative ideas, which is what we love about this work. And I think a lot of you also feel the same.
Yeah. So we don't hate AI. We love that AI can give us space to then do the more creative stuff as well.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. To automate the things that we don't like to do and to take some of that like boring manual work off of our plate. Like that's amazing. So, but don't get it to write your scripts or for your skits or whatever, you know? Next thing that I love about marketing is the story connects everything.
Yes, the storytelling thing of marketing. Like marketing is storytelling.
It is. And it's what's so cool. What I love specifically is like taking something like a customer's comment, a product like pillar, an angle, or our business goals. Taking all these different things and combining them together to then build one core narrative, one great like story. And then you can actually see, which I love, is like from something that's like a brief, how that translates then into a deal. And we don't always get to be involved in the deal cycle or the process like explicitly, but I love to see how like a strategy that you implement and how that is rolled out to everybody and how it can like touch the whole organization and make everybody's work feel like more cohesive and together. I love connecting those dots, bringing it all together and rolling it out, and the satisfaction of seeing it all done properly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You're like an orchestra man
Yeah.
You know, like directing everything and everyone together. Yeah.
Exactly. And like
I love
the
that.
symphony of like our commercial activities. And it's not just that as well, because it's also like the brand from an employer perspective, being a place to work and like showing off that side of it. I love how marketing one story can really touch so many different things.
And it's behind everything. Like storytelling is part of everything. It's part of your merch. It's part of your product. It's part of your website. Like you can put storytelling in everything.
Yeah. And how you can have that one story and that is changes depending on where it is, but how it all connects to like one core mission, narrative, whatever. I love that.
Love.
I really find it so satisfying. So that's a big one for me. Next.
Another slay. Number 3. Community. I love the marketing community.
I love this.
I love the marketing community like on LinkedIn, but also it's not just about like the LinkedIn community, but the community of marketers in general that are willing to help each other. For example, like people that work in like content and marketing, they're always willing to jump on a call with you and help you out, give you tips. Like I love how we all are so supportive of each other in that sense, but also in the sense when someone does something cool that we're shouting it out. We're like, look at what they did. That's fucking awesome. So I love that. I love the community of marketeers that really like build each other up.
They're very like, as an audience, I think they're very generous with their time, whether it's like giving a like or a comment to show support. They really see the value in that because they get it. And they know the importance of like, once I like it, my whole feed will hopefully get to see this. And like the value of like sharing each other's content and how the algorithm works and all of that. Like they all really get that side of things, but they're also so generous with their time in terms of like, I don't know if other like functions have coffee chats as much as we do.
Yeah, true.
But like you get a connection, you have similar content, you vibe, you like each other, and then you might end up going for a coffee chat just to pick each other's brains and talk. And when that started happening to me, I remember being like, why do you want to talk to me?
You're like, wait, what is happening? And you think maybe they're trying to get something out of it, but instead it's just like cool people wanting to meet other people and having like a conversation because they're like, I just want to pick your brain because you make cool stuff.
It's really nice. Like, and people are so willing to do it. Like last year we did our report and right now we're working on our report and I'm reaching out to people and asking them to take part in the survey and stuff like that. And we're so lucky that it's marketers that we're targeting because they are so willing to share and help. And also they want to be part of it because like they see the value in like co-marketing and collaboration and all of that. So it is this beautiful community that like really uplifts each other and is always willing to help. And that is just, I love it.
Love that.
Love it.
Love you guys.
Another thing that I absolutely love about marketing is the fact that we're not in sales, right? Massive respect to the sales bros. We love you guys and the girlies. Like we love you all. But there is no number blinking on top of our desk of telling us like doomsday, like when are we going to fail? There's no bell ringing. There's no like solid dashboard that tells us like how far behind we are every single day.
There's no like, oh, your pipeline. Like none of that.
Our relationship with our targets is much more nuanced, I think, and interesting than like this cut and dry with sales where it's like, did it work or not? Did they sell or did they not? Did they buy it? How slow is the cycle? Whatever. For us, it's more like a slow burn. We're not forced to do like, do this, get Y. Like it's sort of a thing that people understand. It takes time for a marketing strategy to develop and work. And so we don't have those like as harsh quotas that like, for me, I think I could do sales, but I think that specifically would make me really unhappy as a person.
Oh my God, I would burn out and the pressure would get to me. I would cry every day.
Yeah. And that's the problem. I'm too delicate for that. Like I like to be able, when we were talking about this, we were saying how like if we have an off day, which we do because we're women with hormone cycles and we have our normal humans and we can't be optimized at all times.
We have feelings.
Yeah.
You know?
So like some days you don't have it. It's just not there. And like you don't want to have to take a sick day every time you're not feeling up for it. And like if you're a salesperson, like you got to show up on that call. You got to show up and you got to do it. And like not to say we don't have to show up and do those things in different ways. Like today we're here, girls. We're showing up to events. Like we're still showing up, but it's just different. And I think that we can be a lot more flexible with our time and like how we do our work because there's a little bit more nuance to it, which I love.
And it's much less dependent. Like if you don't show up one day on a call, for example, as a salesperson, like you might lose that deal. Yeah. Instead, as a marketer, you can be like, can we postpone this? That's it. Or like most of your work, like sometimes it is customer facing, but a lot of it is you behind your computer doing your actual work and not like being on back-to-back calls like in sales. Yeah. Which is So soothing.
Yeah, like I just think it's for someone who has limited energy, it's really important to be able to have that flexibility. Like I worked in hospitality for a long time before I became a marketer. And like I know what it is to show up to work and have to put on a face and do your shift and be customer facing, and like the impact that you have on the whole energy of the day. If you're not feeling 100%, you kind of have to like fake it till you make it and get over it.
You can't show up and be in a bad mood on a sales call.
Yeah,
you have to like show up and
with
bring
good
your
energy.
best energy because you have to charm them as well.
Yeah, and like for me, I know and I'm sure a lot of, if there's other people who are not in marketing who are hearing this, like you might really resonate with this because it is a tough thing, and you are also humans, and you guys are doing the Lord's work out there.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just for me, from my personality and who I am as a human. Not that I couldn't do it, but it's just that it wouldn't be sustainable for me.
It would just be really hard.
Yeah, and I love what I get to do now, and I feel like I get to have an impact still on deals, on the value of the company, on the strategy, on the messaging, on the story we tell, which is so much more interesting to me. Sure, it would be nice to be able to be like, yeah, I closed a deal, like great, like mission, cool.
Cool.
But at the same time, it's like, is it worth it when I had so much stress and I was pushing my boundaries in order to achieve that? Maybe not for me, you know?
Not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Next one. This one is a little bit similar.
Yeah, it kind of like feeds into that.
Yeah.
But that the fact that we're not solely measured on numbers. Like, of course, as marketers, we are also measured on numbers.
Of course.
But that's not like the main goal and the main priority that we're always looking at. Like a lot of the time, like brand awareness is something that isn't like measurable.
Yeah.
Or there are so many ways that you're making impact that are not necessarily based on the numbers and the statistics.
Yeah.
Also because, come on, the statistics, everything is changing. Algorithms crash, new updates. So those numbers, like they're not always accurately representing the truth behind your brand and your marketing.
And the impact that your marketing is having. And that neat little funnel that we all like love to have. Isn't like
it's dead.
It's kind of dead. Like
no,
it's
kidding.
Still there. It's still valuable, but at the same time, it's also like there's a lot of ways that your customers can like be impacted by marketing touch points. But then it's at the end, it's the last click that we see, and so like you wouldn't know that they've been on the podcast like subscribers for like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
But then if they whatever, you know what we're saying.
You know what we're saying.
But for us, it's really nice because we can say something like, if I get a DM and someone says, I showed this to my whole team, they love it. Like, can I pick your brain? That is like so much more valuable to me than page views or engagement rate. Like it's so much more, it's my problem. I don't know, but I just really care more about word of mouth and like those things rather than
I think
the numbers.
We just love also qualitative data.
Yeah.
You know, because it's so much more valuable because quantitative data, like you get the numbers, but they're not really explained to you. Instead, with qualitative kind of data, you really like understand
the full
what's
story.
going on, exactly the full story, why this made such an impact, because people are saying directly how they feel, how that content made them feel.
Yeah, and it's like I can attach to that. And it's the same with comments, apart from the bots in the comments. But if people are commenting and there's someone who's like a relevant persona, or maybe they are at the right company, they're that like, kind of person we're targeting.
Win.
That's a win for me.
Yeah.
Like for me, I look at my LinkedIn and I'm like, oh, the majority of my audience is relevant to our ICP. Like it's not everybody, but like most of them are senior people and they're all marketers and a lot of them are in B2B. Like it's great. And
that's a win.
That's a great metric where I see like, okay, not post by post, but like overall my audience is growing in the right direction.
Yeah.
And that is a great metric to look at as well.
Yeah, and you're reaching the right people. And maybe right now they're not looking to get content to, or, you know, they're not looking for a content solution, but then at least you've warmed them up. And then maybe because of your content, they'll be the first like company to check out because they're like, actually, Penny knows her stuff. Let's check out content too.
Yeah.
You know?
Like it's great to not be measured solely in just like deals per month or MQLs. Like those things are all important to look at. But
of course,
what we love is that we can always tell a story as well with anecdotal evidence, which I'm sure we're not data scientists. Okay. I'm not saying that this is the only way to do things, but something I do love about marketing is that sometimes it's more than just the numbers, and that's what we love.
And this is our opinion. So yeah, if you don't agree, let us know. But like, our opinion is valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is, I do love this, that there is no playbook and there is no real rules. There is no correct answer to how to do marketing.
There's no right way to do it and wrong way. Like what works for you might not work for me.
Yeah, it could flop for another brand.
And like, just because it's working for you, it doesn't mean it's the right way to do things. Like, just because someone does things differently doesn't mean they're wrong.
Yeah. And also like what worked for you last year is cringe this year.
Yeah.
Like there is no like written defined way of how to do marketing well. And like it is very like short-lived sometimes, the success. So that's a great thing for us.
It's part of the coolness of marketing. Because I feel like it's so cool that like it's always evolving. Strategies change.
Yeah.
We as humans should be constantly evolving until the day we die and like growing and learning more and doing things differently. And I think that's the way also for marketing, because like we develop with society. And I feel like our tactics should develop with society and technology. And so it's so cool that we get to like learn a new platform, learn a new tool, and things change based on that. It's overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's also
it can be scary because like for me, when you're overwhelmed by choice is when I'm paralyzed by like decision paralysis then comes in. So initially when I started marketing and I kind of figured this out, that there is no, everyone who studied marketing is just studying previous marketing, and no one's actually like, this is how to do marketing, because it's all just like theory and history. It's not really like, okay, but what do I do for this brand specifically? And then it's like, what do you want to do? Haha, who cares?
Which is cool and overwhelming.
Which is overwhelming because then you're like, oh, so no one knows anything. And actually, that's why we're all so helpful to each other, because we're all like, share. Tell me your thoughts. What did you do? What worked for you? And I love that about it, because you can fail and you can learn. And I love like that same, like maybe a bit cringe to say, but like if the goal is learning, you never fail. And I fully believe that in marketing. You take a swing, you bet on something, it doesn't work. Well, you know that doesn't work now. Like, you know something.
You know, you live, you learn. Move on.
I like that there's always something new to figure out, and like that nothing is fixed. And it's a love and a hate a little bit. But like for me, I think it's really fun that like I can go back to someone who's like, hey, why are we not doing this? And I can say, that's them. Like, that's not us. Like, we are doing something different.
And also you have a different budget. You have different like
audience.
You have different capabilities. So like, it makes sense that you would have a different tactic that maybe works perfectly for you, and it's great, and that's yours.
What would work well for one audience might absolutely alienate another audience.
Like what we do, if we were targeting accountants, we would probably be failing.
Yeah, probably.
You know, I don't know. I'm just saying.
No, but I get people telling me like, oh, here's this great idea for content. And I'm like, yeah, but your audience is salespeople. And they are salespeople and they consume differently. Marketers, I know marketers. So I can tell you that's not going to work. They hate that stuff. So like, it's important to know like who your audience is, obviously.
And what you can do.
Yeah. And then you always have to be able to push back and go, because like everyone thinks they know marketing, and like especially people not in marketing. And then when they say, I have this great idea, you should do it, you can go back and be like, yeah, but bro, this is not what works for us. Like marketing is not a defined thing that you just steal someone else's strategy and it works.
Yeah, no.
No, we have our own strategy and we have our own priorities and plans.
And it's based on data and informed on a lot of information that maybe you don't know right now, but trust.
Yeah.
This wasn't just like written down for funsies.
Trust.
Yeah. Okay, another one that I think is really nice.
I love this one.
Is that empathy is part of the job.
It's the whole job.
Yeah. Like, if you don't have empathy, you probably should not be doing marketing.
Yeah, if you want to do marketing, you have to actually understand people.
Yeah.
And care about people.
Care.
Yeah.
And know what people will resonate with.
And what makes them feel seen, what makes them feel like heard, what like speaks to them in some way.
The emotional part of marketing, like really like hitting the person where it hurts.
Yeah. EQ,
hitting them where they understand.
Like IQ, very important. EQ, as important for marketing. Like you need to be emotionally literate to understand how to market to people and to like get into their brains, and not in some weird twisty way, but like to like make sure that you are creating work that isn't upsetting people.
Yeah.
You know,
or like
on the
are you
other
talking
side.
about something that people care about, or they give zero damns about this? Like, that's important. Are you making content that people want to engage with, that they care about?
And what would make someone stop scrolling when there's so much happening on the internet and when whatever they're else looking at in their day? But it also like it makes you better as a person, like not just as a marketer.
Be
like,
better.
Do better.
Yeah. Be empathetic. A lot of people have lost their empathy in this world, okay?
Yeah, we need more empathy in this world. Like me and Nika are doing the Lord's work for everybody.
Yeah, we cry a lot, but we're so productive. It's an art. Yeah,
line
that is
drop.
Swiftie. I'm sorry.
Next up we have, I like this. Serious function, genuinely fun job.
Yeah, we're very serious about our fun.
Yeah. I like that we are, like before I knew what marketing was or was in marketing, I was like, ooh, marketing.
Oh, so serious. You were picturing like the devil wears Prada, like, la, 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 we have to go, go, go.
Yeah, like corporate vibes, you know? And like, I do like that we are a commercial function. We do have a serious job and we have an impact on Pipeline and the company, like success as a whole.
Yeah, we're not just la-di-da-ding our way through marketing, you know?
But we enjoy it. Like a lot of the time, sometimes, like especially in periods of stress or chaos for other departments, like, you know, month close, quarterly close, and they have to deal with a lot of admin and stuff.
Oh my.
Targets, wrapping things up, like us la-di-da around the place doing TikTok videos. Like we're very lucky that we still like always have a good balance of our work, that it isn't just always serious. Like there's obviously a lot of tasks we have to do that
are serious.
That are like less shiny.
Yeah.
But like we also like most of the time like have a fun job, and I really like that.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
Part of the job is also to make things that are boring or not fun interesting. So sometimes
which is
humor
a fun challenge.
is part of it, and it is a fun challenge.
Yeah.
It is like so stimulating to your brain to have to like sit down and be like, okay, how are we gonna make this interesting for people, because it's boring.
What's a cool angle for this?
Yeah.
And like we still sit in our commercial meetings. We are still
We're very serious people.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell, but we are.
At the same time, I don't have my pink fluffy pen today, but at the same time, we have a pink podcast, we make memes, we like come up with funny taglines, but at the same time, we're also doing like strategic content planning for the next 6 months, or a website overhaul, or SEO research. Like there's still so much to our job, but at the same time, both can exist.
Get you a girl that can do both. Actually, get you a marketer that can do both.
Yeah. Okay.
Another one I love as a, well, I don't think I can say newbie marketer anymore.
No, girl, you've
been
been here.
As a marketer who's like relatively new, 2 years in, whatever, getting the freedom to fail and test things. I love that about marketing.
Love.
And also like not being like, okay, well, now you did this and it sucks and it gave really bad results, so you suck. No, it's like, okay, we did this, we tried it, we tested it, it doesn't work. Great, this is a learning.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's
now
always like,
we move on.
What part did work? What part didn't? How could we have improved it?
Why?
And like if something flops, it's great. You learn. Like we said earlier, like if the goal is learning, you never fail. And I think that's how we approach marketing. And like, let's be real, we're not the budget holders for the whole marketing strategy. So at the same time, I think this could shift. The higher up you go, the more responsibility you have. And like if I'm directly responsible for a big budget, I think I maybe might be a bit more worried about things, because I obviously am like accountable for the budget. So pinch of salt. But for us and where we are in our career, like we do really have that. It's also from our great manager, Thomas, who never watches it because he's so busy all the time.
He's a busy man.
Busy boy.
But yeah, okay. I also don't want to say necessarily that you have to like test and fail things that are super expensive in your budget. But even like, I don't know, you make a silly, fun TikTok skit video, then like you can test it and see if it works. And then you can just see if it works, great, you try again. But like, that's what I mean. Not necessarily that you have to do a huge campaign and pay so many,
roll out
so much
budget,
money.
like on a big bet or something. But it
just
is
getting to test, even like in your newsletter, like A/B testing your subject line, like stuff like that as well.
But you have the freedom to try.
Yeah.
And I think as well, the biggest problem I think for companies, commercial motions in general, not even just marketers, is switching strategy too fast. Like I think with sales, I really have seen it a lot where, you know, you have a couple of not so great quarters and then suddenly everyone's like, okay, let's change everything. And like then you have no idea what was working or not working from your previous strategy because you've done a whole 360 and everything is different. So it's, or a whole 180, sorry. But like it's the same with marketing. Like we do like have that understanding that new things take time. And so when you are doing a new bet, let's say a new strategy, a new thing, or doing, say you're investing in a video strategy, you want to say like, to everybody who's involved, this is going to take like 6 months. Like this is going to take 6+ months, 2 years. I don't know, to really like find our feet and figure out how it's going to go. And having that space to fail, to test is what I love, because it's less accountable for like, okay, but we need pipeline now. And we still need to fill the pipeline, guys. So pinch of salt.
Yeah, okay. So this is also just our opinion.
Yeah, we love the freedom.
Yeah.
And the final thing, which I absolutely love, which not everybody gets to do this, so I do understand. And maybe this is the chance that you will be able to do this.
I'm so
if you
sorry
want
for
to.
your loss if you can't, because this is fun.
But if you're interested in building your personal brand, like something I love about marketing is that we get to build our brand with Contentu's brand. Like we are not like we're not working for a management team who want us to only be Contentu brand. They want us to be. They want to build us up and to bring Contentu with it, and that's amazing.
Even to tell us like, oh, this is the kind of content you can post or not.
Yeah,
like
no, when it's our content, like we can kind of do what we want. We obviously are still stewards of this brand.
Yeah, obviously you're not going to do something insane and like that it's going to make your brand look really bad.
Yeah. Because like me and Tom spoke about this because we were saying like about doing collabs. Like if I was to do more creator collabs on LinkedIn,
reach out, slide into her DMs, peeps.
I'm ready. We were just talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, but of course, like you can't, like you should just let me know, like just in case they're like anything against our brand or a competitor." And I was
which makes sense,
bro.
Of course,
I'm in charge of this brand. Do you think I would do anything,
sir? I'm the brand queen.
Yeah, like, but I've spent 2 years building up this brand. Do you think I would do something that would detract from that? Like, that makes no sense. No. So it's important to know, obviously, you don't have to say that to me because we own our content strategy.
But also
so
some people, like some people don't maybe care. Like we also really care about Contentu and our company and where we work.
Yeah.
So some people are just like, I don't care. I'm ticking in, I'm clocking out.
Yeah.
But so obviously building your brand while not offending or like shitting on your actual company.
Yeah. You got to be like cohesive enough, you know, and it's very different, like depending on where you work, and not everybody is willing to do this, but if they are, and if you're in a company where you're lucky enough that you have the freedom to, and some people like see it as a negative thing. Like some people have been like, I've heard people in the past like, no, if what I want to do with my personal brand is for me, and I'll decide what I want to do with that when I want to do with that, and that's amazing. But for me, it's like I think I was already trying to build a personal brand on other like channels like TikTok or whatever. And like it just wasn't really like happening. And then like getting to do this for work and slowly but surely like building up a little audience, like a little micro audience is so satisfying because I'm just getting paid to do it. Like I don't have to do it myself, which is something I find really hard with someone who has a bit of an ADHD brain.
Yeah, it's part of your job. Like if you're writing a LinkedIn post for yourself, that's actually work. Yeah. And it's work for the Contentu brand as well.
And it's the same with like my Substack. Like I don't really keep up with it as much as I want to, but like if I was to do that during work hours, like even if I'm not plugging Contentu in every single paragraph, like it's still valuable to what we're doing. Yeah. So it can also be part of my work.
Because you're also still linked to the brand.
Exactly.
So in some way it is uplifting it.
Yeah. It's like when you go and do a speaker talk, like, and you might not be like, hello, I'm Penny, here's my pitch for Contentu. Maybe I'm talking about something completely different, but me being Penny from Contentu means that I'm promoting, it's good PR, it's good branding, it's good awareness for us. And so it all, if you have a manager or a team who really get that that's like how it all works, that it all builds up together, then you're so lucky and like welcome. I love it here.
Yeah, it all ties together in a cute little neat bow.
Yeah. So that's the 10 things that we love about marketing. We would love to hear what you guys love about marketing. Yeah. Like tell us. But also earlier this week, Nika actually put out a post asking some of you gorgeous marketers what you love and hate about marketing. So
let's talk about love, though.
I think it's time for some confessions.
It's confession time. Ring, ring. What's poppin'? Okay, so, let's talk about it.
A brief moment while Nika pulls up the confessions.
Ding, ding, ding.
A few moments later.
We're back.
We're back with our confession. So we got a comment from Elena. And what she likes the most about marketing is the great teams she's been a part of, the atmosphere, learning and delivering, seeing how our work actually impacts clients and how happy they get.
That's so nice.
Actually, so true. And how fun the work actually can be, which is something that me and Penny have also been saying.
Of course. That's so nice.
And also just getting to work with super creative and kind folks, being able to be whimsical on LinkedIn. I really see that so much because for me, like getting to work with Penny and like when we're in the room and the creative energy is flowing, it's one of the best feelings I've ever felt at work. Like I'm just like, oh, I can see the magic happening in the room.
I've had like people in the past that I've worked well with for sure. And then but then when you get to someone who's like a real creative partner like me and you, the way we like just bounce ideas off each other like so easily. When we Like if I spit out an idea to Nika, she's like, "Oh my god, yes!" And then it's like, da 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 da.
And then we're like going back and forth, like, and what if?
Yeah.
But then, but blah, 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 you know.
Yeah. I recently had to do something on my own without her, and I was like, "Oh,
Where are you?
I'm so sorry."
But I see that even like when we're in the room with like Thomas and we're in a brainstorm.
Yeah.
And we're doing this and he's looking at us and he's like, whoa, what's happening here?
He loves
you know?
it, and he's a great creative sparring
Yeah, we
partner
work
as
so well, us three. Like we're a great trio.
Yeah,
We're always getting the best ideas
and
when
it's
we're
hard
like,
to find that.
yeah, it really is.
It really is, and I like really respect that person saying that because I think that's something we left out is like the great people and the team and like that side of it. Like getting to work with people who get you and get your ideas and think they're good is like so nice.
I guess that's part of like the community though.
Yeah.
Like getting to work with marketers who are just as excited about what you're excited about and that like see the vision.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's so nice. And I've had that in previous companies where I didn't necessarily feel like that same energy, you know? There might be one or two people that you can really bounce off of, but then it does not really feel like a whole team thing.
Like, that's such a blocker.
And it is a blocker, yeah. It's
look
like,
at you flourishing here because you got people who get you.
See Penny flourishing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rolling my R's. Penny apparently can't roll her R's.
Here's me trying to roll my R's.
Oh my God.
Listen, okay?
Okay, then another confession from our dear Simone. We love her. Shout out.
Shout out.
Which is also something that I love about marketing. I love when marketing is about feeling something. So when it's persuasion and bedazzling and word whimsy and audience connection and creative concepts.
She's a queen.
Yes,
She really gets us.
She really does.
Yeah. And I agree. I love all those things. Like I love the whimsy, the fun, the silliness that
she's a big storytelling girly as well.
She's
in fact.
great. Honestly, a great marketer to follow for sure. And a great ride or die fan of Permission to Rant.
Yes.
Love her.
Slay queen.
Slay to you.
And then from Prachi, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I hope this is right. This is part of what we said as well. Love that as much as it is relying on numbers, it's so creative too. So you genuinely love when those two things come together. So I love when you have like this really creative space to be crazy and do something super original, but then seeing the numbers support that.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's
a great feeling.
Yeah, like what we hope to do is like with those long bets like our podcast where we don't necessarily expect it to like do a lot at the beginning because we're just building our audience, building awareness, getting it out there, doing good content and hoping that people will come.
One day,
but
make us go viral, please.
If we could just go viral and if you could send this to our ICP list.
Yeah. To your CMO.
If you could buy our product after watching this.
Get content to? Get a demo?
That would be like super nice.
Is it a shameless plug? We never plug content to, okay?
Never. But
sometimes
we
just want it, okay?
We definitely felt it last year when there's definitely parts where we still feel that. Yeah. But one of the biggest things was our report last year. Like our report was something that we made, took a lot of energy and time and effort, and it was fantastic in the end.
It was a slay. And if you hadn't read it, what are you doing?
What are you doing? There's a new one coming out soon.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want it.
Let me know if you want to be interviewed. If you're a big shot.
Maybe. It might be too late. Might be already out by then.
I don't know.
But that was like the still top performing asset because obviously we did a huge rollout campaign. We got all these great marketers involved, But then it was also leveraged by our sales team to this day. Like we also gave it out at OMR recently. So we've seen the numbers on that and we got like over 1,000 downloads we saw the other day.
It was such good results.
Our goal was 200, I think, last year. So
sorry, can we have 300? A round of applause? That's a slay. Oh my God, guys.
Okay.
Too much.
Calm down.
Relax.
Jeez.
No, we're humble.
Yeah, that is it's just as good as like when you see a product, like I was saying earlier about the connecting the dots and then it coming into one cohesive story. Best thing ever. Yeah. But yeah, when you take a bet on something creative and you've thought it through to be like why this is so good.
And you see
and then
the
results.
Works. Oh, chef's kiss.
Honestly, that's all I need.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Like we can log off now.
Yeah.
Bye.
I think
I'm on vacation for 2 days.
Stop telling them secrets.
I'm not actually on vacation.
Anyway.
It's been real, honestly.
Thank you for ranting with us.
Always.
We love it, as always.
Yeah. XOXO.